Shaun Tabatt here from the Shaun Tabatt Show, coming to you live for a quick July 3rd, 2019 update for the Shaun Tabatt Show Almost Daily. I had the pleasure of doing a Skype call with filmmaker Andrea D'Amelio this morning to talk about his forthcoming film, Christ in You, the Voice. That's going to be available here in the States in early August, so be sure to keep a watch on christinyouthevoice.com. I'll have links in the notes related to this episode, so you can click on through and check out their website. It's not quite yet updated for the release, so look for that maybe in a couple of weeks. But I had such a great time talking with Andrea this morning that I wanted to be able to share a clip of our conversation this morning. So here's that, and then I'll be back in at the end here just to say a little bit more.
Yeah, you're saying it the right way. It doesn't make sense for me to produce movies, not at all. I never had any background in media or producing films at all. But when I was, it was in October 2014, I was traveling throughout the Philippines with one of my best friends. We were doing, I was invited to conferences, ministry all over the places. And then we had an afternoon off, and the lady asked whether or not we want to go to a high criminal prison to pray for the inmates in there. And we were like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So we drove out into a jungle somewhere. It was pretty fun. And we ended up in that prison. There were about 100 to 120 inmates we were able to pray for. And God was just breaking in incredible signs and wonders. And we actually had them to pray for each other after a 10-minute teaching we just gave them. And I just remember that a man who was 50% blind on one eye prayed for another man who was born deaf on one ear. And then the ear opened up, and as they were switching roles, the eye also got completely healed, and they were hugging each other, weeping, and all over the places, God was just doing miraculous things. And after that experience, my friend Jonas, he said, hey, Andrea, we need to do a film how God uses ordinary people. And I just thought to myself, no, we don't, because we don't have money, we don't have time, we don't have resources, skills, knowledge, or anything that could add to us making a film. But for some reason, he kept telling about how we are supposed to make this film. And, we were more, to me, it was more a little bit dreaming, talking out loud than actually taking that seriously. And we all only spoke in Swiss German, so no Filipino was able to listen to or understand our conversations. And Jonas happened to go back 1 week earlier to Switzerland, and I stayed in Asia for one more week. It was a Thursday night while he was on the way to the airport, and I was leading another meeting. A woman whom I've never met approached me right before the meeting, and she said, I prayed for you this morning, and the Lord spoke to me very clearly, and he said, you have to make this documentary. And I was shocked. I was trembling on the inside thinking, oh my goodness, I have to take that seriously. So I did, and I told Jonas about it. Obviously, we happened to live together. We were flatmates back then, and we were just, praying into that, and the Lord was opening up so many incredible doors, and so many more confirmations were coming, even though people had no idea what we were planning on the back. So I'm still very surprised on how that came into my life when I was 24 years old. Never thought this would happen. Never.
Well, there's a little taste of just some of what Andrea and I cover in the interview. The full interview, when I release it, will be about 35 to 40 minutes. We get into his background, how he got connected into the vineyard and became a pastor, how God started him down the path of becoming a filmmaker. Christ in You, the Voice is their second film, so they will have made 2 films in under 5 years, which is quite a feat, quite an accomplishment all on its own. So again, for the forthcoming film, look for that here in the States in August. Keep a watch on christinyouthevoice.com. Again, I'll have links down below in the notes, so you can just click right on through. Before you see the second film, I'd highly recommend you check out Andrea's first film, which is called Christ in You, the movie. That's widely available. Probably the easiest place to access that here in the States is going to be on Amazon. I'll have a link to that down below as well. So again, thank you for checking out yet another episode of the Shaun Tabatt Show Almost Daily. A very short update today. Just have a lot of things going on, some author phone calls and things to do. So wanted to just push out this little bite-sized piece of content from my conversation with Andrea. Can't wait to share the full video with you, full conversation. But again, that's going to be coming in August to coincide with the film releasing here in the States. Have an awesome day. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.